Hello and welcome to my channel, where I talk about movies, games, and everything pop culture. In this video, I will count down the top 5 most anticipated sequels of 2025. These are the movies that I am most excited to watch in the next year, and I hope you are too. But before we begin, I want to remind you to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, please note that this video will contain some spoilers for the previous movies in the series, so if you haven't seen them yet, you might want to watch them first or skip ahead to the next movie. You have been warned. Alright, let's get started with the number 5 movie on my list. The number 5 movie on my list is Fast X Part 2, the second installment of the 10th and final chapter of the Fast and Furious franchise. This movie is set to release on April 4, 2025, and it will continue the story of Dom Toretto and his crew as they face their biggest challenge yet, a rogue agent who has access to a deadly weapon that can wipe out the entire world. The movie will feature the return of some familiar faces, such as Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Natalie Emmanuel, Charlize Theron, and Helen Mirren, as well as some new additions, such as John Cena, Cardi B, and Ozuna. The movie will also pay tribute to the late Paul Walker, who played Brian O'Connor in the previous movies, and whose character is still alive in the Fast and Furious universe. Fast X Part 2 promises to be a thrilling and emotional ride, full of action, humor, and family. The movie will also set up the stage for the final showdown in Fast X Part 3, which is scheduled to release on April 2, 2026. If you are a fan of the Fast and Furious saga, you don't want to miss this movie. It will be fast, furious, and fantastic. But what can we expect from Fast X Part 2? Well, according to the director Justin Lin, who has helmed 5 of the previous movies in the series, the movie will explore the origins of Dom and his relationship with his brother Jacob, played by John Cena. The movie will also reveal more about the mysterious Cypher, played by Charlize Theron, who is the mastermind behind the rogue agent and the weapon. The movie will also feature some amazing stunts and locations, such as a car chase on a minefield, a rocket car in space, and a visit to Edinburgh, Scotland. The movie will also have some surprises and cameos that will delight the fans of the franchise. Fast X Part 2 is the penultimate movie in the Fast and Furious saga, which has been running for over 2 decades and has become one of the most successful and beloved movie franchises of all time. The movie will honor the legacy of the series and its characters, while also setting up the epic conclusion in Fast X Part 3. Fast X Part 2 is a movie that you don't want to miss, especially if you love cars, action, and family. Coming in at number 4 is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, the second part of the 7th and final installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. This movie is slated to release on July 25, 2025, and it will conclude the story of Ethan Hunt and his team as they face their most impossible mission yet, stopping a global conspiracy that threatens to unleash a deadly virus on humanity. The movie will star Tom Cruise, Rebecca Ferguson, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Vanessa Kirby, Henry Czerny, and Angela Bassett, as well as some new faces, such as Hayley Atwell, Palm Clementif, Shea Whigham, and Esai Morales. The movie will also feature the return of some old enemies, such as Sean Harris, Michelle Monaghan, and Alec Baldwin. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 promises to be a spectacular and satisfying finale to the Mission Impossible saga, which has been running for over 3 decades and has become one of the most acclaimed and successful spy movie franchises of all time. The movie will showcase some incredible stunts and locations, such as a motorcycle chase on the Great Wall of China, a helicopter fight over the Himalayas, and a visit to Berlin, Germany. The movie will also have some twists and turns that will keep the viewers on the edge of their seats. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 is the last movie in the Mission Impossible franchise, which has been led by Tom Cruise since 1996 and has reinvented itself with every new installment. The movie will pay homage to the history and legacy of the series and its characters, while also delivering a thrilling and satisfying conclusion to Ethan Hunt's story. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 is a movie that you don't want to miss, especially if you love spies, action, and suspense. Moving on to the number 3 movie, we have A Quiet Place Part 3, the third and final installment of the A Quiet Place trilogy. This movie is expected to release on May 30, 2025, and it will follow the story of the Abbott family and their allies as they try to survive in a post-apocalyptic world where deadly creatures hunt by sound. The movie will star Emily Blunt, Millicent Simmons, Noah Jupe, Cillian Murphy, and Jimin Hoon-soo, as well as some new cast members, such as Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Lauren Cohan, and Brian Tyree Henry. The movie will also feature the directorial debut of John Krasinski, who played Lee Abbott in the previous movies and also wrote and produced the trilogy. A Quiet Place Part 3 promises to be a terrifying and touching conclusion to the A Quiet Place saga, which has been praised for its originality, suspense, and emotion. The movie will explore more of the world and the creatures that inhabit it, as well as the themes of family, courage, and hope. The movie will also feature some stunning visuals and sound design, as well as some heart-stopping moments that will keep the viewers on their toes. A Quiet Place Part 3 is the last movie in the A Quiet Place trilogy, which has been one of the most successful and acclaimed horror movie franchises of recent times. The movie will honor the vision and legacy of John Krasinski and his team, while also delivering a satisfying and emotional end to the Abbott family's journey. A Quiet Place Part 3 is a movie that you don't want to miss, especially if you love horror, drama, and silence. Next up, we have Avatar 3, the third installment of the Avatar franchise. This movie is scheduled to release on December 19, 2025, and it will continue the story of Jake Sully and Neytiri as they explore new regions and cultures of Pandora. The movie will star Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, Giovanni Ribisi, and Joel David Moore, as well as some new cast members, such as Kate Winslet, Cliff Curtis, Edie Falco, and Vin Diesel. The movie will also feature the return of the director James Cameron, who has been working on the Avatar sequels for over a decade. Avatar 3 promises to be a stunning and immersive experience, full of adventure, romance, and wonder. The movie will showcase some amazing visuals and technology, such as the use of underwater motion capture, high frame rate, and 3D. The movie will also explore more of the world and the mythology of Pandora, as well as the themes of nature, spirituality, and harmony. The movie will also have some conflicts and challenges that will test the characters and their relationships. Avatar 3 is the third movie in the Avatar franchise, which has been one of the most ambitious and groundbreaking movie projects of all time. The movie will build on the success and legacy of the first Avatar movie, which was released in 2009 and became the highest-grossing movie of all time until 2019. The movie will also set up the stage for the next two sequels, Avatar 4 and Avatar 5, which are planned to release on December 17, 2027, and December 19, 2029, respectively. Avatar 3 is a movie that you don't want to miss, especially if you love sci-fi, fantasy, and spectacle. And finally, we have the number one movie on my list, the one that I am most excited to watch in 2025, Batman 2, the sequel to the 2021 reboot of the Batman franchise. This movie is set to release on June 6, 2025, and it will follow the story of Bruce Wayne and his alter ego Batman as they face a new and deadly threat, the Riddler, a mysterious and twisted criminal mastermind who is obsessed with puzzles and riddles. The movie will star Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell, as well as some new cast members, such as Barry Keoghan, Jamie Lawson, and Peter Sarsgaard. The movie will also feature the return of the director Matt Reeves, who has been praised for his dark and realistic vision of the Batman universe. Batman 2 promises to be a gritty and gripping experience, full of mystery, action, and drama. The movie will showcase some amazing visuals and cinematography, such as the use of practical effects, noir lighting, and 70mm film. The movie will also explore more of the characters and their motivations, as well as the themes of justice, corruption, and identity. The movie will also have some surprises and Easter eggs that will delight the fans of the Batman lore. Batman 2 is the second movie in the Batman franchise, which has been one of the most iconic and influential superhero movie franchises of all time. The movie will build on the success and acclaim of the first Batman movie, which was released in 2021 and received rave reviews from critics and audiences alike. The movie will also set up the stage for the next sequel, Batman 3, which is planned to release on June 4, 2027. Batman 2 is a movie that you don't want to miss, especially if you love Batman, superheroes, and detective stories.